Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our Advisicon webinar series. Thank you again for joining us. Our webinar today is going to focus on organizing and executing your work, and we're going to specifically focus in around Microsoft lists. We recognize as consultants that we know that not all work is the same size and that not all work has the same needs. We're going to look at the next step beyond a basic out-of-the-box tool, but still within the Microsoft 365 set of tools so that you can have advanced features for better work management. Here at Advisicon, we help organizations achieve greater impact by leveraging work management technologies so that you can accomplish more with less. As work management consultants and technology specialists, our focus is on streamlining processes, improving systems, and achieving better outcomes. Your host for today is myself. My name is Sean. I'm a project advisor and academy trainer with Advisicon. I do have a background in math education, and all that means is I have a lot of problems. I do have experience in implementing 365 as solutions for our clients and customers. I have a decade of experience delivering training and instruction. I am a project management professional. I also am a certified professional with Microsoft in the Teams domain. Certifications also in SharePoint and Project. And I am a self-proclaimed semi-professional dad joke teller. For example, how do you organize a party in outer space? Well, of course, you plan it. Looking at today's agenda, we'll talk about what do you want to get out of a work management tool when deciding on a work management tool. Furthermore, we'll dive into what offerings come from Planner and Lists, some of the advantages and some of the extra features that you could get if you take the next step. Furthermore, we'll dive deep into Lists, looking at the advanced capabilities to solve business problems, especially around the work management solutioning. And then we'll bring it all together. We'll summarize and say, are you ready to take that next step as an organization for the custom features available beyond an out-of-the-box tool such as Planner? All right, let's look at a work management tool and what should you expect right off the bat from any work management tool or even work management process. Not all work management processes require necessarily technology, although with today's world where we have remote work, technology can solve a lot of the co-location challenges. When selecting any work management tool, you definitely want to look for these three items. Can you assign the burden to someone? Can you define the timeline for that task? And then thirdly, can you define the scope? Can you communicate what is expected out of that work? As we've done in a previous webinar, we looked at burden being the idea that someone didn't know that the assignment was given to them specifically. And within any work management tool, you want to be able to assign the resource. Even if your work management tool is a very low-tech process, for example, if your work management process involves using 3x5 cards and just sticking them onto a pushpin board, make sure you have a field that says who is assigned this. And yet with work management technologies today, there usually is a resource assignment field that pinpoints this assignment to someone specifically. Secondly, when it comes to the deadline, people say, well, I didn't know it was due today. You want to make sure you can define that also on your work management technology or tool. And thirdly, you want to be able to define the scope. Someone can objectively come in and say, this is what I'm supposed to do. Checklists are great for that reason. Make sure you have features A, B, and C. And then that way we know we're in agreement that this scope is completed. So again, in summary, whatever work management tool you use, make sure you have at least these basic ones. Now, when looking at what offerings Microsoft 365 provides, definitely you have that with Planner. But we're going to compare if you are ready to take the next step beyond Planner and start using Microsoft Lists. Lists has been traditionally thought of as that database location where you add items, where you can create your own fields as if it were an Excel sheet, but really you just store data there, right? Well, Microsoft is evolving lists to now become a work management tool. Let's take a look. Out of the box, Planner and List have the ability to satisfy those three needs: burden, time, and scope. Planner, out of the box, definitely does that already. List has started to include templates that you can select that are specifically work management tracking. There are a lot of other templates, but I'm specifically looking at the work management tracking template. There's some areas where Planner definitely stands out. For example, in Planner, you can repeat tasks. You can have them repetitive. For example, every week, send a report. Every week, check in with a group. Checklists are a feature that makes Planner stand out above other tools, such as the work management processing in lists. Also, Planner lets you easily attach. It's an out-of-the-box feature, easy to click. The AI within Planner also even suggests listening to or reading the assignment field and saying, I think you want this attachment. People have also used this for attaching photos so that you can easily work in the field and quickly grab an image and add it to your task. Where using task management with lists surpasses Planner is in the custom fields capability. And that I'm going to use that word over and over again, custom. Maybe as an organization, your needs have exceeded the bounds of Planner. Planner's great out of the box, but you find yourself needing more fields, more choice fields, maybe more date and time fields, and those have been built out in lists. But one of the best fields that you can now add is this lookup field. You can now reference other SharePoint or other lists, and they are built in SharePoint. You can reference other lists, so when you have specific items that you need to include, and you don't want to necessarily type them out every time, or maybe they're number fields, and you want to reference the exact number. Lookup tables are great for that reason. And we'll look at an example today on where you might want to start using lookup fields. Great. How does Planner and List compare in functionality? They both have great notifications. They both allow you to filter and group your tasks so that you can see them in a certain way. The mobile functionality of Planner, as of this recording, is working, is developed, and it is available right now. List is in the process of developing its mobile app. It's not quite there yet. And however, List can exceed Planner in the use of its views, its functionality of views. You can create a calendar view, and we'll demonstrate that today. Maybe you want to still have that board view that Planner offers. It is now available with Lists. Furthermore, List provides more security that you can do per task. For example, you can open up functionality so that people on your work management tool can only edit the items that they have created. Compare that to Planner. In Planner, everyone has access to all items. That means everyone can delete all items. So that security is not as rigorous in Planner, but it is more developed in Lists. Furthermore, Lists is easily accessible within the Dataverse. And if you're not familiar with the Dataverse is really this idea that you want all your data to be accessible throughout the Microsoft 365 ecosystem and across the Power Platform as well. You want to be able to just touch your data once. I want to input it once, and it is pushed or pulled into its various places, its various locations, so that other people have the most up-to-date, real-time data, or as needed. And again, you only have to touch it once. We don't have multiple touch points. And this is especially true around reporting, right? Often we do manual reporting where we print out all our documents, and then we spend 3 hours compiling them, double checking them. And boy, wouldn't it be nice just to touch it once and it flows downstream into a nice, neat report? How much more productive can we be with that process? And lastly, that's done all through automation. By building the system, it just flows, all the data just flows into the right places at the right times and can even be pushed out to the right people. All right. So we've done a quick comparison of lists and planner and where you might consider stepping up to the customization capabilities of list. Let's look deeper into that. All right, so we're going to have this scenario where it is now move-in day. An organization has purchased its new space, and there needs to be some customization, some touch-ups done to it. But we are on a tight window. While we are moving offices, we don't want to lose productivity. We want to do this all in one day. That's our window for this move-in. So we're going to be on time. We got to be time sensitive for this move-in. There are several groups coming in, and not all of them are ready at the same time. We're going to create windows for these groups to say, you're coming at this time, and you better be out by a certain time as well. We also have vendors coming in, and vendors are going to lay the carpet, they're going to put in the appliances, the furniture, but also we need to be able to contact them in case anything changes. So how do we keep the vendor info available as well? And furthermore, we actually got funding out from a third party for this move. And so we are trying to track our expenses for these tasks based on whether it's an OpEx or a CapEx. So how do we keep even to the task level tracking of the funding, not just the whole project, but how do we break out tasks and attribute it to which type of funding? So these are the needs of our project, of our work management today. So we've talked about this before, but Lists satisfies many of these with its custom fields. You can see on the right the different kinds of fields, the broader available types that is offered. Definitely Planner offers these, but they are also in smaller amounts. Furthermore, as I mentioned before, views. There are wonderful views, again, all customizable. Let's look into it. Okay, here we are in our list, and this is the traditional, list spreadsheet view. And on the left, in the green box, you can see those type of fields are choice fields. You can set up choices to again further, break out the task. For example, I said, what's going to happen on first floor and second floor? I got the carpet guys coming in, I got the furniture coming in, I got appliances coming in, but we're going to be sure to break them out by floor so that I don't waste time and say, okay, let the carpet go second floor and first floor. Get the carpet in second floor, and then when they're done, they go to first floor, and then the furniture guys come in on the second floor. So we're really keeping tight to our timeline here. I'm breaking it out to the minute. And speaking of minute, that's what you find in that blue section in the middle there, the minute by minute windows for everyone to get their work done. Maybe most of your tasks aren't exactly this well broken out to the minute, but if you ever needed it to be tracked to the minute, this is an advanced capability when using lists. In the red box there, you can see those are lookup table fields. For example, I have vendor numbers, vendor names. I also have the GL code that tells me which fund, where is the funding coming from this, and even with the GL code all right within there. One drawback of the lookup tables, well, first of all, it is easy to find. Let me start with the pro. It is easy to find. You reference and easy to set up. You reference the source table, and then you just you can easily click on the options in the source table. The con is that you really only can pick one field. What I would have liked to see is I pick the vendor and then the phone number populates, right? But and I consider this a drawback because downstream, when it comes to reporting, I may not want that whole vendor and the phone number in the report. And yet, I'll touch on this when we get to there. But when it comes to reporting, you absolutely can break out the items using Power BI and its delimiter function. So when considering reporting, again, why is List more advanced? Because it's a connection to reporting in Power BI. Furthermore, we've planned well. Now we need to execute well. Many people have suggested, I want the planner board view within lists, and now you have it. You can see this board here has 3 buckets or sections, right? Pending, in progress, and completed. Lists will create your planner boards or your board views based on choice fields. So that's why the progress is one of the choices. I could also create a planner board based on a floor, first floor, second floor. But so consider that as you create your work management tool, your custom fields. How do you want to track this? You want to track it by just progress, pending, in progress, and completed. That'll work for you. But it is customizable, so open to your specific needs. One drawback of this view is that you don't have that check it off like you do in Planner, and maybe you would want to do that, but the mobile, and it's not yet in mobile as well. So that's something to consider, is if that's really important to you to be able to check it off manually, maybe you want to consider or throw caution to using lists. And yet, remember, this is connected to Dataverse. There are so many solutions to that need using Dataverse. Furthermore, this is the calendar view, right? What happened here let's back it up in 3, 2, 1. Looking at our work, we've planned well, we've tracked, but now the work has slipped. As much as we tried to get everything done in the same day, it just couldn't be done. Well, how are we going to reconcile that on our plan? In Planner, you might just have left the items there and, okay, I'll get to it it's because it's in my backlog. But with lists, you can now click and drag items from one day to another. So for example, on the left, you can see the image. There's 3 plus 7 more items. Well, the last 2 items, they couldn't make it in that day. So I just click and drag them to the next day, and it easily shifts around the calendar view. Very easy, as I mentioned, a much more advanced step beyond Planner. All right, we've planned, we've tracked, we've executed our work, we even worked through change management. But downstream, there's always reporting needs. Planner has its abilities, but it also has its limitations. With lists, as I mentioned before, it's connected to Dataverse. And so you can track those fields within the Dataverse and build a Power BI report with them. Here on screen, you'll see several examples of the types of fields, or types of visualizations you can create using Power BI. So if this is a need for you, consider making the move to lists. When considering making the move to Power BI, do know that additional licensing is required. Now you might say, well, I don't know if we're ready for that, but count the cost of the manual time it takes to make your reports every week and consider, is my time better spent investing in the licensing of Power BI and the training for it versus the manual labor that it takes right now. Remember, we want that one touch to the data and let the reports come out very accurate. All right, let's summarize. So we've seen some advantages of Planner. Its out-of-the-box setup is definitely something to like. You're ready to go right off the bat. Checklists are available. You do have out-of-the-box connectors that will give you notifications. And the mobile app is definitely one reason to choose Planner at the time of this recording. And yet, if you're ready for customization, if you're ready for fields and views, improved security, and then that Dataverse capability, consider making the move to lists. Thank you for watching this webinar. Please feel free to reach out with any questions, like or follow us on our social media platforms, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We offer many free trainings in our online academy. You can access those by visiting advisicon.thinkific.com. For project managers, simply become a member of the Advisicon Academy to receive the code to redeem PDUs. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time.